The pests of Orange County you never knew you needed to know about. All right, Orange County, let's talk about the real residents of this sunny paradise. No, I'm not talking about the motor e-bike or the aggressive drivers. Oh, like stop beeping your horn so much. It's not that serious. Auntie just needs to get over, or her exit's here. She needs to get off the exit. Let her get home. I'm talking about the pests. Yep, from mosquitoes to coyotes and flies that invade your barbecue like they're hosting their own party. It's time to get real about the creatures that we share our space with. And trust me, some of them are not as cute as the postcards make it seem. Hi, I'm Kellie Martinez, your Orange County insider, bringing you the truth about everything Orange County, from the hottest neighborhoods to the peskiest neighbors, the ones that do not pay rent. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button because I am here to keep you updated with all the essential info, even the stuff you might rather ignore, like local pests. But believe me, these little pests are more than your day-to-day. Like in my occupation as a real estate agent, they come up often. I can't tell you how many times termites have been this red flag and scared a buyer away. They're a big deal, and we need to know about them. So let's dive in. The real OC residents. First up, mosquitoes. If you thought California had perfect climate for you to just chill poolside without worry, think again. OC mosquitoes are vicious little creatures. They're not like the ones you remember from childhood. These little guys have no problem feasting on you as soon as that sun sets. And don't get me started on their love of the beach. Turns out they really like salt water. So your dream beach day may be interrupted by these blood-sucking pests the moment you set up your towel. Nice, huh? Nay, not nice at all. And I've learned that it's not just summertime. It's almost all year until the temperature drops to a certain point. I think it's like it gets chillier than 60 degrees. Otherwise, they come and there are ankle biters. And then there's the ones that fly ahead. Yes, I'm not remembering the names of these ankle biters, but they do exist. And if you have water around your house, they're coming for water and they lay their egg, and then until the eggs hatch and then those mosquitoes die out, because some of them don't have a very long lifespan, you're just stuck with them. Truth. Having landscaping around your house, having irrigation in areas where you hang out, it's not the best idea. Having drought tolerant type plants around the house is usually the best option, especially if you have mosquitoes. And did you know one of the biggest culprits, one of the biggest attractions for mosquitoes is the water? But remember a few years ago, we were getting these free water tanks, or you were buying water tanks. We were trying to conserve water, right? Turns out the screens for those get holes in it and mosquitoes find their way in. So in your drought tolerant water container are these mosquitoes just breeding. I hate it, Cheeto, I do. So if I were you, I would ixnay on the tanksnay, or just make sure that they're not getting in there. And your pest inspector can help you with that. And some tips: mosquito repellent, candles, citronella sprays are a must if you want to stay bite-free. Have them in your little bag. And if you're feeling fancy, invest in some mosquito nets for your patio. Do not want to have a barbecue, because you can't have a barbecue in peace if you've got mosquitoes treating you like an all-you-can-eat buffet. Those annoying party crashers. Next, we've got the flies. And not the cute ones that show up in cartoons and make you think of sunny days. No, I'm talking about the annoying, dive-bombing, swarm-in-your-face kind. Do you ever notice how flies will just show up the minute you open up a bag of chips or start cooking on the grill? For me, it's fruit. It's like I take the time, I cut the fruit, I put the fruit in a bowl, I come outside, and then here are the flies. It's like they have a sixth sense. The second your food hits the air, they're there, like unwanted guests at a party. And let's be real, there's nothing worse than trying to eat your taco when a fly lands on your plate. That is OC life for you. Get a fly trap. Screen doors are your friends, unless you're into hosting an insect buffet. To each their own. The real kings of OC. Now let's talk about coyotes. Quite the hot topic. These majestic animals that you see in cartoons. They are real. However, they are not here to entertain you. Let's just say they do not care about your garden, your pets, or your privacy fence. In fact, coyotes are very good at scaling fences and can make themselves at home in your backyard faster than you can say, the lasagna's ready. Where's Garfield? Did anyone see Garfield? It is all fun and games until you're out walking your dog and you hear a pack of coyotes. For us, I can't believe I'm saying this, we thought we were like vetoed. We were grandfathered in or something. I hadn't heard coyote pack howls since I lived in Arizona. And then one morning, it was about 4 a.m. My family and I were standing outside because we were waiting for a lift to come. We were headed to the airport. True story. And my daughter was in the middle of the road. I was taking like a picture, right? Because it was a cool backdrop. And all of a sudden, my husband's like, oh my God. And I look, and to the left is a pack of 5 coyotes. Big coyotes! There were no baby coyotes, like big coyotes. And we were like, oh my God, we need to seal up the doggy door, man. Like, we can't trust this. We're on the sidewalk. They're across the street, just walking away like, hey neighbor, we're headed home. Where are you headed? How long are you going to be gone for? Is Mochi and Chino going to be left home alone? So if you live in an area, especially near open spaces or hiking trails, make sure your pets are inside at night. As soon as that sun goes down, dusk to dawn is when they're most active. However, they are out all the time. They were in the school playground during school hours. There's posts on Nextdoor all the time. Hey, you guys see this coyote just crossing the street? If you see one of these majestic animals, just call animal control. These guys aren't always as friendly as they look. The hidden urban invaders. And then there's the rats. We've caught them too. I mean, what city doesn't, right? Who doesn't have a few of these little bandits running around at night? OC's got an unfortunate reputation for them, especially in older neighborhoods and around food sources. These guys are navigating your walls, stealing crumbs from your kitchen, eating your bananas, and living rent-free in your attic. Like they own the place. Not to mention they can get into your garbage and leave a trail of chaos behind them. Lovely. I have some tips, so don't worry. First, keep your trash secure. Go around the perimeter of your house, check and make sure there's no entry points, like screens that go into your crawl space or screens that go into your attic. Those are 2 big sources. And I learned around the same time that I learned that rats love bananas, that rats also use the tree branches that are hitting your roof, that are touching your roof, to get access and then find their way in. So trim back those trees. Close off any cracks around your house. And if you do happen to spot one, don't just scream and hide. Get pest control involved. They know how to handle it without creating a bigger mess for you. One last tip on this rat situation. In my line of work, I see the most trouble with these little bandits. You have your home listed. Show's great. Beautiful home. We get a buyer. The buyer has their home inspection done. The inspector goes up into the attic. And guess what the inspector finds? Droppings. They could be old. They could be new. Who really knows, right? Well, maybe they would. There's droppings. To some people, not a big deal. Let's figure it out. To others, it's a red flag. They're out. They're canceling contract. And you're like, my home is amazing. It's beautiful. It's updated. Like, we've never had rat problems. Perhaps, but there's a situation going on upstairs. And my tip here is to check your attic space. A lot of times people don't, and it's not until you go to sell your house that you find it, or some other scenario that it's when you least expect it. So check your attics periodically. Oh, and let's not forget about the ants. These little creatures are tiny warriors of Orange County. They invade your kitchen, your pantry, the backpack that's hung up in a second floor bedroom that has a lollipop in it. They're coming for food. They're coming for water. They're like that one friend who brings their entire squad to the party, except no one invited them. You'll think you're safe, and then suddenly a line of ants come marching across your kitchen counter like it's a red carpet. It's creepy. It's relentless. Here's some tips. Seal your food, wipe down surface regularly, and if they keep coming back, you might need a little extra help from ant traps or pest control, because nobody wants to share their lunch with a squad of ants. Am I right? The home that I learned that rats love bananas, also had an ant problem. However, it had nothing to do with food. It was all about the water, and it was seasonal as well. So every year around the same time, here comes an army of ants in our bathroom, drains and walls. Wherever there wasn't perfectly placed, maybe there was a missing piece, caulking, even if it was there, these ants found their way in every single year. It was maddening, horrible. Kitchen too, around the sink. So they'd come in however they can, which wasn't always right by the sink, and then find their way. They want the water. So you got to figure out a way to get rid of the water source. So there you have it. The pests of Orange County that you never knew you needed to know about. Mosquitoes that love your beach days, to coyotes that think your backyard is their personal jungle gym. OC has some uninvited guests, but don't worry, with a little planning and the right products, you can totally protect your space. And I'm sorry, but it's California. It's beautiful, sunny California. You can go to Texas, you can go to Florida, you go to Charleston, South Carolina. Let's just say there it's even worse. And they have what they'll tell you, an amazing ecosystem. Point being, don't let these guys ruin your day. If you want more tips, tricks, OC insider knowledge, want help buying a home in the best neighborhoods, or just want to chat about how to avoid an ant infestation, I'm here for all the things. And don't forget, subscribe, click the bell. I'll see you in the next video. Got pest problems? I've got solutions. Call me.